it's me, Tarot Tam. Ooh, not having the wristband on. It ain't like that. I am actually working. Well, I'll do that later. I am actually working. This is my last work trip for a while, and then I get to just be playtime. Um, but I'm still in the same location as my last reading. Yes, High Priestess and the Fool. Uh, but I will be leaving tomorrow. Um, and then I have to reset, and then I have to go somewhere else um, for playtime, though. But I am going to do a quick tarot reading for you, this collective. I've missed you guys so much. So thank you for watching. Whoever you are, all of you, you know who you are, what just popped out. The World card. That is so on point, right? Starting a whole new, passing through a portal and entering into a new reality, taking on the world as you now know it and see it. And so, also could be world travel, globe trotting, jet setting energy. But let's get into what the tarot cards have to say to you. I did a pre shuffle, but you just saw me shuffle again. And spirit, spirit guides, ancestors, what message do you have for this collective that's watching right now? Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Again, with this Wheel of Fortune, you're turning over a whole new leaf, and with that comes a turn of the wheel. Mm. There's something that you have been really wanting. It's the number 10 card, so fitting for this year. This was the first card to come out. Another 10 card, the 10 of Wands. Just like the last reading, which like the 10 of Swords denoted like a really hard transition, and like the closing out of a cycle that ended with like exhaustion, and like you were on your last leg, but you made it, you survived. Because remember that 10 of Swords card, they're down but not out, and they're restoring their life source. um and then King of Cups, mastering your emotions. Oh, you carried like a serious burden, and so you were experiencing like overwhelming feelings of resentment. I'm feeling frustration, but you had to experience that. You had to know what it felt like to carry so many wands, this 10 of Wands. You had to know what that felt like. And the denial of self, and the resentment, and the frustration, and the sadness, and the disconnect from spirit, from source. And you had to navigate all of those emotions to figure out like what are the earlier emotions that you feel before you're carrying this kind of burden, this kind of weight, before you get to resentment, before you get to um, shutting down. What are the you really had to go far down that path, like down that spiral, to spring back up and realize, oh, that first inclination to say no. So to say no to one thing so I can say yes to another thing, that first inclination that I feel uncomfortable, or that first inclination that I feel disrespected, um, you had to feel that full spectrum of emotion so that you could recalibrate. Um, and now you're like you're the king of cups. Like your emotions don't get the best of you. You're stable, you're sturdy, and you can navigate your own emotions without falling apart. So that's been the process. And now closing out a cycle. You have double tens here. So you're like moving really quickly through cycles. I'm seeing the temperance card at the bottom of the deck. There's something here about balance, balance and stability, stability. Yeah. There's something about the placement of the feet of both of these cards. It's kind of similar. Um, what does that make me feel? This similarity in how their feet are placed. There's something about you're sure-footed. I know I say that quite often, but I get that from many readings that there's a certainty about and intentionality about the placement of your feet that is bringing you more balance. Yeah. And then popping out is this Eight of Cups, which is like also really good clarity about where you are emotionally, your emotional state, and being empowered to move forward, even though you may have poured a lot of your feelings into something that wasn't fruitful. But that you don't let that keep you stuck or overtake you. Um, and there's something about following your intuition, about the heart, the mind, body, spirit, heart connection. And that when you have clarity and alignment, no one thing rules you. You don't overthink. You don't become overwhelmed with emotion. You don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. And you don't just follow what's easiest and most pleasing and pleasurable. Uh, there's something about the eights that it's like it requires higher learning and a higher focus and conscious effort. And there's like there's an awareness and an enlightenment to the eights in the tarot, in the minor arcana. And this denotes that there was like some enlightenment about your emotions and your feelings and how they affect your decision making and how they affect your ability to remain connected to your intuition. So you just did a lot of learning about that. Just like I was saying, like you were carrying all these burdens, and it was about developing an awareness of your emotions and developing skill and better discernment as it relates to your emotions. And so you're able to activate this King of Cups energy for yourself. But it's this Eight of Cups definitely confirms that, like, you had to have this moment of clarity about, not being emotion driven and not falling for this sort of sunk cost fallacy that, like, I've already put so much love into this connection or love into this thing or love into this idea or this business or this venture or this choice that I can't walk away. You had to dismantle that kind of thinking and still forge ahead and walk away from these cups. You had to stack them all up. You had to really intentionally go through them and sift and sort through them and decide this isn't what I want anymore, and then walk away. There's extreme faith that is also required in that. And then we have Nine of Pentacles here showing at the bottom of the deck, which is this self fulfillment, this um, this self achievement in the material world, this nurturing of your garden to bloom to your heart's content. Um, so not only are you in this King of Cups and your fortune is shifting, but you have really garnered a green thumb here, and you have a beautiful garden for yourself to enjoy, not for anyone else. And the Hierophant, yeah, it's activated a spiritual awakening. Oh, this is like, it's so mind, body, spirit, so mind, body, spirit, heart, just full alignment. There is an enlightenment moment related to this emotional journey, but it has opened your mind and really connected you to spirit. This has taken a lot of faith, a lot of faith. Five of Cups, the five, it's been such a shift. You were invited to make these changes and you made them, and you have closed out cycles. You have two tens popping up here, an eight. So like enlightenment, awakening, an awakening. And then this Hierophant, this five, and then Five of Cups here. Like you really heeded the call to do some deep changing. You've become a spiritual person. And then here's the Fool card. This popped out yesterday too. So starting a whole new cycle. Starting a whole new cycle. The World card flipped out before I even kind of officially started this reading. There's a whole new world. Don't get me singing. That's bad. Yep, death card. You died an ego death. Like you, there's death and rebirth energy here. Death and rebirth. Closing and a beginning. Grand opening, grand closing. But the reverse. You close out a cycle and now you have started a new one in a whole new world on a magic carpet ride. I love it for you. All right, let's learn some more about this new cycle. We're using the Violet Veil Tarot deck. I like it, but so now when I get tarot decks, I'm very meticulous about like who's the artist. Is there an artist that's credited? And there is on this deck. But then I got the deck and I was like, wait a minute, is this AI generated? I'm not sure. Maybe because this person could also be a digital artist and they use digital tools. But it says Darren T. Ellison. Now I've realized like I can't just look and see if there's an artist. I need to look even more deeply, um, because there could be a credited artist and they still use AI. I don't know. Anyway, I have it now. There is an artist that made money. It didn't just go into like a corporation's pocket. Anyway, I'm trying, guys. So let's get some clarity about this whole new world and this new cycle. Tell me about this new cycle. The Hierophant. You have elevated, my dear. So this is like a world. You're looking through like spirit's eyes at the world now. you are no longer just looking through the eyes of a human being in this physical plane. You are seeing through initiated eyes. That's what I'm, and like you have been initiated. Whew. All right, let's hear some more about this new world, this new cycle for you. You have absolutely unlocked a higher consciousness. And hello. Oh my. Everybody wants to come out. Well, we have the Sun card. We love that. And Two of Cups. Reciprocal energy. It's see, I don't know. Do you think this person is a digital artist? Or did they use AI? I don't know. I will look, and then if I feel up to it, I will clarify it in the description. Right now, I'm super tired, but because I had to go to an event after a very long day. But Two of Cups coming out. There's a there's a uniting of two things, either self or you're gonna get the thing that you've been waiting for, and it's going to be exactly like the puzzle piece that you need. That's what I'm getting. Like, take from that what you will. Then we have the Sun card here, which is, this activation of youthful energy, this new growth. It's photosynthesis energy. It is sun light beaming down, growing your dreams, and illuminating the world around you, and activating a hopefulness and optimism in you, and a desire to experience the world fully. There's like a childlike wonder to this card. That's the whole new world that you're entering. It's bright. The lights are on. The lights are on. So back to this spiritual awakening and looking through more than just your 3D world human eyes. The lights are on. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. This came up yesterday. There's something, it's like a surprising heartstring pull that's like, it's giddy, it's giggly, it's youthful, it's a new initiate energy. Like, there's something that is going to activate your heart that is surprising and new, but maybe it isn't new. Maybe it's something that you've always wanted to do since childhood, but you set it down. Now the lights are on and you're like, oh, there is a way to do that thing. But it's still surprising you because you never thought that life would come back around and activate this desire. Um, let's get one last message from Spirit about this new cycle that's beginning for you. This Fool energy. Ah, but you ain't no fool. You're a Hierophant, a double Hierophant. Did a card slip? It felt like it, but maybe not. A double Hierophant, which is two fives, is another 10. Oh, wow. Okay, we only got three cards, so this will be the end of this message. The Lovers, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. We got two sevens yesterday. Was it the Seven of Swords and the Seven of... Well, one was the Chariot, and then the other was the Seven of Wands. So Seven of Wands, Seven of Swords. So defend this new desire fiercely, but you know how to protect it. You know how to protect it and protect yourself now. You have been through transformational energy, and remember this death and this death cards on the bottom of the deck from the Rider Waite deck card pull from the last deck I was using. Um, there's something here about defending this new venture and moving in secrecy and deliberately. Don't tell everybody what you got going on. And these are double sevens. Lucky, lucky, lucky. You're lucky. So you don't need people's advice. You don't need to go to anyone and be like, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? Like, you don't need to do that. Protect your energy, protect yourself, defend this dream, defend. Wait, the page of cups was on the bottom of the deck. Defend that little fishy in the cup, that little surprise. Like, how did you make it, little fish? Now you're my family. Now you're my pet. Um, Protect it fiercely and move in silence. You know, not everybody has to see you, and not everybody needs to know what your strategy is going to be, what you're thinking about X, Y, and Z. And again, you don't need other people's advice. You're clear. The lights are on. You have two Hierophant cards out here, and then the Lovers coming out, which is again this sort of dual, like, coming together energy. Very similar imagery on these cards. Gemini card. We're entering Gemini season. This is happening Gemini season this month, even maybe into June. It's May 2026 right now that I'm making this video. Gemini season. This card keeps coming out today. In other contexts, I didn't record earlier, but right out. And I was talking to a Gemini when it happened. It could just be a unification of parts of yourself that you kept split, divided, thinking that you had to, like, compartmentalize, or you had to perform in one space and then you could be your authentic self in another. Now you're like unifying these things for yourself. It could be like you're attracting your counterpart into your life. You're attracting exactly the resource that you need, or the thing that you've been looking for and missing. It's like finally going to come together. It could be all of these things, because when you are aligned, it's incredible how magnetic you become. So it could be all of these things. And I'm definitely getting Gemini season this May, this June, or the Gemini season of the time that you're watching this video. Um, hmm. Because the Two of Cups is also out here, and because you clearly went on an emotional journey, you have evolved emotionally. I do think that a part of your shift in the Wheel of Fortune involved, but we'll see. You'll tell me in the comments what happens. The Tower at the bottom of the deck. Don't be afraid of endings. Like, you've just been through some hard shit, but you now know that you can walk away and start over. There's faith here. Um, you've been through this journey and this portal and followed the moonlight. You followed sunless day, right? Because this is a solar eclipse happening. You've been through this and walked away deliberately and decided, I can start over again. You closed out that 10 of Wands cycle. And remember, this solar eclipse energy, walking away from sunk cost fallacy thinking, and the lights cut on. And where this person here that's walking away is a full grown adult, and it's they have this walking stick, and there's just this energy of like, I gotta start over. And then this very youthful energy, very, very youthful energy. You're reawakening something in yourself. So these tower moments become less and less scary. And you see them as opportunities to activate new layers to your being and your human experience. Again, if you built the tower once, you can build it again. You can build it back even better. Build it back better. And when the death card comes, it also invites a rebirth. There's very much like cycle ending, cycle beginning energy, and that you level up. You have evolved spiritually and emotionally. And so you are going to be very attractive. You are in magnet mode, magnetism mode. Just, don't forget this. Like, move at your own pace, trust yourself, and not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Get like stop putting everything on social media and stop going to other people and asking their advice. You know what to do. You're a double hierophant. You are like a Yoda. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope it was helpful. I feel so sleepy right now, so I don't know. Maybe that has made this reading even better, but maybe not. If not, I don't know. I'm so sorry, but still like, share, subscribe, comment, forward it to people, and comment, leave me a comment. Tell me what actually happens. Does your fortune change? Do you fall in love? Do you start a new business venture? Do you reactivate, rekindle some kind of like passion project that you started in your younger years? I don't know. Stay tuned for the very next episode of Tarot Tam and we'll find out. All right, anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you. Oh my gosh, do I love you. Yeah. Leave me a comment. Bye.